For WTSA News and for Brattleboro Community Television on this Friday, May 31st, my name is Ian Kelly. These are some of the stories we're following at this hour. A Connecticut man has pleaded guilty in New Hampshire federal court to being part of a conspiracy to transport stolen goods. United States Attorney Scott W. Murray says 38-year-old James Falk conspired with other people to steal high-value items from large retail stores throughout New England and send the items to a person associated with an online marketplace for eventual sales to online customers. Falk was arrested in Keene last September in possession of goods worth over $5,000. A new report claims Vermont continues to be the national leader in per capita clean energy jobs. According to the State Public Service Department's 2019 Clean Energy Industry Report, over 14,000 people, or 6% of the state's workforce, is employed by the clean energy sector. Vermont clean energy employers are very optimistic for 2019, expecting to add about 1,000 jobs, which is a growth rate of 5%. Department Commissioner June Tierney said the growth will help the state meet its goal of obtaining 90% of our energy from renewable sources by 2050. Vermont has been selected for a federal program to help communities prevent deaths and injuries caused by domestic abusers' access to firearms. Vermont is one of 7 grant winners nationwide to be selected through a competitive grant process. The Firearms Technical Assistance Project provides assistance and training to improve implementation of existing domestic violence and firearm laws. Vermont is the only statewide site that was selected. Vermont State Police say they want body cameras, but that cost is an issue. 31 police agencies around Vermont are outfitted with body cameras, but state police are not. Vermont State Police Captain Gary Scott says it's frustrating that troopers and the public want the cameras, but that it comes down to doing it the right way as far as storage methods and cost. Scott says $260,000 a year for storage is a conservative estimate, and that it needs to be determined whether a state-funded cloud system or a private vendor is better. WTSA Sports, a busy day locally, has the Brattleboro girls varsity softball team travels to #1 Essex for a softball playoff game today, 4:30. Brattleboro boys varsity baseball on the road as they travel to #1 CVU for a 4:30 playoff game. Leland and Gray visit Oxbow 4:30 p.m. for their girls softball game, and Brattleboro girls lacrosse is at Rutland today, 4:30 game time. Pascal Siakam scored 32 points on 14 for 17 shooting. The Raptors beat the Warriors last night, Game 1 of the NBA Finals, 118-109. Game 2 is Sunday, tip-off at 8 p.m. Bruins and the Blues resume their Stanley Cup Finals tomorrow night, tied at a game apiece right now. Puck drops at 8 p.m. Yankees and the Sox postponed in the Bronx last night due to an impending storm. They'll try again this evening at 7:05 with Chris Hale on the mound for Boston, Jay Happ on the mound for New York. For WTSA News and for Brattleboro Community Television on this Friday, May 31st, my name is Ian Kelly.